Good morning, it's Monday and I am here to do my first class at the PBA ICE International Spa Salon Expo show. I was here 5 years ago and today I am actually speaking, so I'm so excited. I'm teaching about e-commerce or retail, which one is better for you. So this class is designed specifically for those people that want to do startups, launching a product, and they don't really know which way to go. Should they go e-commerce or retail? How did they get in without a shark, without a loan, without an investor? I tell them how to do it, just like I did. So come on and join me.
How often do you come across a product in the personal care products industry that has zero hype and yet performs far better than any marketing claims? Welcome to ELAJ. That's exactly who we are. My name is Suhein Beck, and I'm inviting you on our ELAJ journey, not just to make money, but to make history. The word ELAJ means healing. I inherited a medicinal formula for wound care from my grandfather, who was a surgeon. At first, I was careful to not make any medical claims. I introduced ELAJ emollients as an intensive cosmetic moisturizer at an upscale street fair in Palm Springs. They loved it for cosmetic purposes, but the surprise kicker was the overwhelming feedback from customers that it worked on their eczema and psoriasis far better than prescription medications. So there I was, focused to go down one road: easy, simple cosmetic sales. But customer demand was dragging me to go on the road less traveled. I did my own case studies, collected hundreds of testimonials, and then finally, the real wake-up call came when an assistant buyer from QVC called. She tried it on her son, who had eczema, and it worked. I jumped out of my chair and said, "Of course, I'll be there next week." And
QVC called me.
Medical claims,
Yeah,
yada, yada, yada.
I'll be there. No.
She said, no, stop. QVC does not need another moisturizer. We need something for eczema. She then asked for our FDA drug monograph.
And I'm like, what?
That was our final wake-up call.
Monograph? Sure, I'll get it to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, fresh off the press,
Got the monograph.
brand new packaging. Officially FDA registered over-the-counter medication with the FDA monograph and drug panel. Hello world. Meet ELAJ. Let the healing begin. Before you make any decision about ELAJ, you can disregard every word I've said, but you will not be able to disregard what you see and hear from our customers on our YouTube channel. There you will find some of the most raw, unedited, and honest testimonials you will ever see.
The results were amazing. You can barely see my scar.
10 years in a street fair has paid off so much because I got testimonials every single day. I was working it last night, yesterday. I got 2 more videos, 2 more testimonials.
Now imagine the same formula.
Every time a customer uses your product, get the video, get the testimonial.
Patented, 100% sterile packaging system.
So that same product, now I can diversify into so many different things because the market taught me how to use my product.
Inviting you to share our journey and get
I had no clue.
every medicine cabinet in every household around the world.
Yeah. So as I said here, I wanted the easy way. I wanted to sell a moisturizer cosmetic without, getting on the radar of the FDA or anything like that. So what ended up happening is, and we did not know that my product worked on eczema because no one in my family had any skin condition. So people started coming back to me and they're like, "What's in here? Why is this working better than my prescription medication?" I'm like, "Why are you mad?" And they're like, "Do you have steroids in here?" And I swear to you, I was naive enough 10 years ago that when they said steroids, I was thinking steroids. I didn't know how to spell eczema. And I know you're all in the beauty industry, but 10 years ago, that was not my gig. It was, the economy crashed. I took this from our family, kind of the joke in the family is like, who's gonna cash the lottery ticket? Had no clue how to do this. So I did go to the PAC West, I did go to the other trade shows, and I did learn. But that stupid little ridiculous street fair, I have done my time there, 10 years. I've barely missed maybe 10 weekends in 10 years. So that has been the biggest blessing and curse because it's humiliating to set up a tent at 4 o'clock in the morning, but at the same time, it got me in front of my customers. And even after I built up my cult, my tribe, they still expect me there. And it's kind of humiliating. I'm the CEO, I'm the founder, and yet they want me there. And then I realized how valuable that is. So regardless of what you learn today, the most important thing is your tribe, your cult. Groom them, bloom them in ways that you can't imagine, and collect every single email and phone number, their names, and little notes as well. So get a good database system going. About 7-8 years ago, just when we were really getting going and getting started, it was Thanksgiving. We finished Thanksgiving dinner, did the dishes, got on the dining room table. Come on, let's go. We got labels to put on. How many of you understand that concept when you are literally like, on it? So my 13, 14-year-old daughter at the time, she said, Mama, when will you know you made it? How will you know when you're successful? And I said the most absurd thing. I was like, when I walk into some random big store and I don't even know that they're carrying my product. Oh. Doesn't that just give you goosebumps? Like the idea of like, oh, check it out. That's my product. They got me there. And you don't even know. That's how big you are. I swear to you, that moment when it did happen and it creeped up, I didn't realize that it had happened. So I want you to close your eyes right now and think of the most absurdly phantasmic, orgasmic dream possible. You don't need a shark. You don't need a loan. You don't need. I'm investing in your dream right now. And this may be it. And in 10 years, find me, stalk me. I'll give you some hints. I'm either going to be in a Spain villa with 2 Dobermans, or in a coastline condo in Turkey and Istanbul, or in Cabo San Lucas with a mango mojito glued into my hand. So those are your clues. In 10 years, find me. And you will say on January 29th, 28th, where are we? January 28th? I had the most spectacularly absurd dream. And I had it, and I sent it to you. And I received it. And I'm investing in your dream. And I'm telling you, go big, go crazy, because it will happen.
Hi, everybody. We are here in Bed Bath & Beyond in Mission Viejo. And my mom doesn't know why we're here. So she's looking at eyeglasses. But, Mom! Come here. Wow. Wow.
I knew. She didn't. I knew.
Good job.
And she's the only survivor that kept the recipe. And we didn't have Dropbox, obviously, so what she did is kept the recipe in shoes and coat pockets and things like that. So she's the one that saved the recipe and gave it to me. So she deserved that moment for sure. Spectacular moment in time. The hardest thing you will ever endure is going through scaling of manufacturing. It is so hard. So I did the trade show here in Long Beach 5 years ago. That was great because it prepared me for wholesale. Okay, because at that point, I had the salon owners like yourselves that came in and they're like, we'd like to carry your product, And I was like, yes, I want the salons because I can train you, you can train your customer, because it's complicated. Like you have to use the product 3 times a day when you have an eczema rash or you have something going on. It's not that easy. So it's not something that's easily put onto a shelf. It has to be an explainable product. And if you have explainable products, keep that in mind, that just putting it onto a shelf is not the end all be all. So what happened was I auditioned for Shark Tank. And I got it. I got a call back and they wanted the video. I was signing all the contracts and everything. So they wanted me to do the video to do the final stage, right? And like, it's kind of like a screen test kind of a thing. So I did that video that you saw that, you know, for the full ELAJ journey. And then the guy that's videotaping me, it wasn't Fred at the time, he said, Suhein, do you want an investor? Do you want someone to, you know, do that? I'm like, technically, I don't really want an investor. I don't want to give equity away of my company. What I really want is just someone that will just kind of like help me catapult it, because I know what I need to do. I just don't want to give away the equity. He goes, no problem. I've got everybody in LA hooked up. I can make one phone call. I swear to you, the guy that did the video, we hadn't even edited that video yet. He sent it to the guys up in LA Ventura area. And they were like, get us an appointment with her right away. So the next morning, Redondo Beach, we were having breakfast, we shook hands. What we did is a licensing deal. And licensing is really weird because you typically think of licensing as, you know, licensing Kim Kardashian, private labeling, that kind of licensing. There's a whole other universe that no one knows about, and it's called licensing. So what happens is that you have a brand new product. It's different, it's unique, okay? A licensing company comes along and says, wow, you're a great innovator. Give us permission to use your product, your brand, your IP, your intellectual property. Hopefully you've gotten your trademarks, your patents, whatever is unique to you, your intellectual property. Let us use that. So you rent your IP, your assets, all those videos, those testimonials that you've collected over the years, you take that, you give them permission and give them an exclusive distributorship for them to manage your product and distribute it. So if you're a typical inventor, this is fabulous because ain't nobody got time for, you know, the big picture of manufacturing, distribution, and all of that. You're good at innovation, creation, you know, pipeline of new products coming in. You've got ideas. Now you have someone who's willing to, you know, you focus. We'll do all the business logistics and strategies out there. So they are called licensing companies, and it is so easy to get them. It is ridiculous. And it's kind of crazy because no one really understands this. And as a startup, why don't we know? We only know Shark Tank, and we all feel like losers when, you know, we don't get the Shark Tank, we don't get the investor, we don't get the loan from SBA, but there are other ways to do this, and that's the simple, easy way. If you are that kind of a person that just loves the innovation aspect of things, you can do licensing. Now, you've heard of licensing because Guthrie Rankar took Proactive, who did not want to be in salons or retail or any of those places. They became the infomercial. So this is called the DRTV, Direct Response TV Marketing Distribution. Now it's changed a little, so it's not so much DRTV, Direct Response TV. Now it's Direct Response anywhere else, internet, online. So with that, they will take your product, they will incur all the costs of manufacturing, advertising, production, liability, distribution. You sit back and look pretty. You will get a royalty. The bad news is the percentage is insultingly low. And I'll be real with you, it is on average about 7%. Hang on, 7% when you go into huge retail, the margins are slim, but you get your product out. You build your brand, you build your name, you do all that, and they're doing everything. They're taking on all the headaches, and you get to focus on what you do best. The way to get a licensing deal, believe it or not, is look up the best licensing attorneys. Because if you go to the attorneys first, they know the good guys from the bad guys. They're in the game, and they're going to be the ones that are able to guide you and help you design a contract that truly protects you. Okay? So to get into mass retail, no shark, no loan, no investor, don't go into debt. You can do licensing. And they do everything, and they're behind the scenes. It's kind of like the fragrance industry where the manufacturer, the big names, you don't know who they are. You only know the brand of the Versace's and the Gucci's, and you know, so you only know those. So now you get all the glory, and they do all the grunt work. It's a good gig. But, and this is where, I did wrong, is that I wasn't shrewd in my negotiations. I trusted. So when I had two different attorneys, one was the big gorilla in the whole direct response licensing companies. And when this group that I was signing with found out that I had her, they were like, whoa, how did you get her? Random, different story. But the thing is that I was able to find her, get her, and she was just like, yeah, But what happened was she wanted me to go into her law firm, and her law firm invest in ELAJ. So she was out to sabotage the contract instead of help me get the contract, which I had already had breakfast and shook hands with them, and it was an agreement of honor. And she's like, doing this contract, and they're like, Suhein, you don't really want to do this contract, do you? Because of the way she was negotiating it on my behalf. So I went with them by default on their basic contract and did not clarify all the ridiculous little details. My bad. Had I done a better job in negotiating those pre-terms way more carefully, for example, how much are you going to advertise? On what channels? When? Where? How? And then, when you take my FDA-registered monographed product, where in the store is it going to be placed? So the location. I have a background in real estate. You think I would have known that one, right? So then there's also the pricing strategy. And of course, I was naive enough to think when I asked them, how much are we going to price my $40 2-ounce jar? And they were like, well, the market dictates that. Well, of course, yeah, the market dictates that. But I've had 6, 7 years of knowing that my market, knowing no one's ever balked at my price because I have a quality product. They expect it to be that price. So I'm not the made in China product. So I trusted again that the price was going to be there. Secondarily, they did something else, and they kind of wanted my... Oh, it is loading. Yeah. Okay. So they wanted my intellectual property, which was crazy because, I really went hard to get my intellectual property. I trademarked a lot of my taglines, Let the Healing Begin, and all of that. And then I blew their minds away with one thing that I'm really proud of, and that is that I had hundreds and hundreds of before and after case studies, testimonials. And remember, how did I get my education in the beauty industry? My customers. They taught me. I learned about topical steroids and topical steroid addiction withdrawals. I am now teaching doctors about alternatives to steroids. Like, that's the crazy thing. And it's the customers that taught me everything. And they taught me that the typical system is not working. We need this and this and this.
Quick question. The intellectual property, how do you obtain that?
Okay, so you get an attorney who is going to help you register the patents, the trademarks. In my case, I did not do my patent registration because I don't believe in patents in certain circumstances. Because if you publish, which you do when you patent, somebody else comes along and goes, oh, that's that good stuff that works. Let me vary it 10%. Exactly. Bye-bye. So no, I don't. So I believe in trademark secrets, trade secrets. So I have a specific situation where, like WD-40, they have one factory, San Diego company, by the way. They have one factory that does A, B, and C in their production. They take it out of the factory, haul it to another undisclosed factory that is unrelated to factory one, and then the secondary procedure is done in another factory. So 1 and 2 don't know. So the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. Okay, so I have articles written about that, about intellectual property and trademarks and whatnot. So you can check out my website on that, and I'll share with you a little bit more on that. So we had national television commercials instantly, like within a month. of signing that deal, we filmed our commercial in Laguna Beach. Because I had all of my customers in my database, all I had to do was send out an email and say, anybody want to be in my commercial? They're like, phew. So boom, 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 boom. We filmed in 2 days. They purchased wholesale rates of commercial airtime, and they started doing a test. So what happened with the test is they see how much they spend, how much is returned on the ROI. Simple. As soon as we do that, then the licensee, which I didn't know, finds a sub-licensee. And those are the big kahunas. Those are the big ones. And those are the ones that are the big distributors in the world. So then we met up in Las Vegas and we did kind of the testing ground. They were floored. They said, yes, we sign up. So that's when the national television commercials went out. And then the race to get into retail. And we did the impossible. Within 3 months, we got into retail. With an FDA product, that is close to impossible because there's so much testing involved and things like that that go on. So it was insane. They say that you, the innovator, you could just sit back and become a mailbox paycheck inventor. Sit home, get your paycheck in the mailbox. In my case, that was not the case because I was so hands-on in every aspect that I was working harder than I've ever worked in my life. But that was good.
I'm sorry, I have a question. Mm-hmm. Trade secrets, I didn't understand what that is.
Trade secret, you keep your formulation, your proprietary information to yourself.
Got it.
If you're a sleep talker, duct tape. Okay?
Got it.
And then you set up systems in place where that, like, if you have a Dropbox, you make sure that it's, you really go to the umpteenth mile and you do that. If you have any employees or whatnot, you make it very clear to them they do not have access to that information. You set the precedent that way. Because you don't have legal recourse, but if you have been diligent in protecting the information, then you have recourse. If you've been sloppy, you don't. Coca-Cola, KFC, WD-40. That's how they protect their trade secrets because they did not post it online. Sorry, you had a question earlier. Did I pass it?
I was wondering what the licensing companies, if that's something that you have to negotiate with and for them to stick with your vision of if you only want to be in cinema.
Yes. Yes, that's a major negotiation. They bought into my vision, so I was lucky on that. Mm-hmm. And so when we decided to do the so-called infomercials, I didn't want to be but wait, there's more. So I wanted to make sure it was not cheesy, and it was because my product is serious. It's dealing with, illness, So they were very good about respecting my vision from the, product standpoint. But in terms of execution of marketing and distribution, they screwed up real bad. I want you to imagine Walmart. And I did not know that they were planning on Walmart. And that was what? How could you? So this was really hard. Yes, I know. So here I am, my really good quality product, and it's going into Walmart. And everyone was calling me, all my customers, they were so excited because I was sending out newsletters. You guys, we made it, the American dream, we did it. And so all of my customers were rallying around me. They would literally go to the stores to go buy, and they couldn't find it. Where was ELAJ? It was in the as seen on TV section, which I did not know even existed. That's how naive I was. And so I was asking the managers for my product. It wasn't on the typical SKUs because they have their own separate SKUs that they don't have access to apparently. This moment in time where the video goes in and it shows me looking, scrounging, and then I find it and I'm like, and so really painful. And then, but wait, there's more. What was the price? $19.98.
Oh, wow. What was your price?
$40.
Oh.
$40 per 2-ounce jar. But wait, there's more. It doesn't stop there. This is what blew my mind. As naive as I was, I know this better than they did. How in the world do you keep the website showing the product at $19.99 with a BOGO offer.
Oh my God.
But wait, there's more. Free shipping. I have goosebumps right now just saying it. Like, it's still painful. So even with the insult of Walmart setting it, and here's a radical idea. You've all purchased cars. What's on the sticker?
M.S.R.P.
What is an M.S.R.P?
Suggested retail price.
Say suggested loud. Manufacturer, suggested. So you, manufacturer, you cannot set the price.
It's just suggested.
Bada boom, bada bing. Goosebumps. Suggested. So, what happens when you as a manufacturer lose control? Like, do you see how I'm losing control of my product now? My beautiful, amazing product that, like, I have a cult following tribe of so loyal customers from Canada. Every year they come back to the street for, like, we're here for you. I'm like, and then all of a sudden it's cheapened. The brand is diluted. I'm in Walmart. I'm in SC on TV. And none of my customers, they don't trust it anymore. Instantly, they're like, oh, Suhein, oh, she probably doesn't even, you know, the typical, you sold out to the devil.
Sell out, yeah.
You sold out to the devil. So double offer now, only $19.99, free shipping. But wait, buy one, get one free. So I would wake up in the morning, I would get a bucket of ice and I would chew them. I broke all my teeth that year. Okay. So then, okay, the good news is, is that I got amazing exposure. So if you look up ELAJ, you know, Walmart.com, the reviews are great. Like, we average like a 4.6 to 4.8 on the reviews. Go to Kmart, you go to Bed Bath & Beyond, you know, and the reviews that were bad were awesome. Because they were like, I used to be able to buy this for this much and now I can't find it. And, like, you know, it's the only thing that works and I can't find it anymore. Yes. And then there was another one on TruePilot where it was just like, you know, I ordered it and they said that they're back ordered because of, like, demand and they can't get it out fast enough. And I can't believe this company could do that. Yeah. Best reviews ever. To those customers, I reached out to them because on Trustpilot you can. I reached out to them and I said, where are you? I'm the owner. I will ship from my garage. And I took pictures of myself in the car going to the post office and I'm like, look, tracking number, here I am. I'm sending it to you. They are my best friends right now. I go to Chicago, they treat me. Like all over the country. Like, that's the touchy-feely that I've developed with my customers, that doing this almost jeopardized and sabotaged, you know, but still they were trying to reach out to me and find me. Okay, so in Walmart, so this is what happened. And then they went down to, can you see that?
Wow, it's $10.
Say it again.
$10. Wow.
So then Walmart, because the licensing company was goofy enough to keep the BOGO offer, so then Walmart was like, you're gonna sabotage us? We'll show you. So then they went down to 10.
Wait, I have a question on that. The pricing suggested, we all know now that it's not, you know,
It's not just cars.
necessarily. But your product, it sells here and sells there. Do they have the same price in different stores?
Yeah,
They do.
because then Bed Bath & Beyond, who I love you, Bed Bath & Beyond, they were so respectful. They were giving me good locations. They were putting me, you saw that on the end caps. And I went, so this is another trick, okay? So when we got into the stores, I went to every single Bed Bath & Beyond from San Diego border to Ventura. I mapped them out. I went in, I schmoozed the managers. I talked to the, you know, the clerks. I would give them free product and I'm like, what do you think, what do you think, what do you think? I have pictures of me with some of the managers, flowers. I mean, I stopped at nothing to schmooze the managers of Bed Bath & Beyond. They were so wonderful. They truly did respect the product. They tested it, and I have videos and videos of them saying, we love the product, it's selling great. But by then, disaster was looming, and I couldn't stop the hemorrhaging. And then,
No.
Say it out loud. I can't.
$3.99.
Hold my hand. Hold my hand.
$3.99.
But
Comparable value $4.99.
so they're getting a discount at $3.99. Look at my eyes. So, okay, so that moment in time, it was Burlington Coat Factory, Mission Viejo. I walked in with my mother, and it caught my eye, and I'm like, oh, ELAJ is in Burlington Coat Factory. And something said, uh-oh, and I pushed my mom to the other side, and I'm like, Mom, there's a red coat over there. I went over there, my hands were shaking, I picked it up, and it said that. And I vomited. I started gagging, and then I had to run. I called my husband outside, and I'm like, so then, remember that moment on Thanksgiving?
Label?
Do you remember when my daughter asked me that question? Yeah. When will you know? When will you know that you were successful? And in that moment, it snuck up on me. I'm like, wait, I just walked into a random store, didn't know they had my product, and I'd be like, yeah, they carry my product. No. So you know those jokes with genies where like somebody's like, oh, give me a, beautiful blonde, rich, and da-da-da-da, but she happens to be 89 years old and she's, whatever. Like, be very specific with those dreams, okay? So those dreams that you're going to come back and find me in 10 years and tell me that you did really well, be specific with that dream and be with much clarity that your brand is going to be honored, that people are going to respect you as the owner. You're not going to have some, scandal that chases you down out of any of these, things that you want. So again, what went wrong? I sacrificed control, the brand positioning, location, price, the sabotage of retailers with the online price of the BOGO. Something else happened as well. The essence of the original company was lost. My daughter's a sustainability major. We love a low carbon footprint. We don't want to add packaging. We want simplistic and minimalism. They doubled the size of the package to deceive the customer. Because we were competing with the Aveeno, Eucerin, Gold Bond, Neosporins. Those were the eczema products that were FDA that were diluted with water, but bigger and cheaper. So the only way we could do it is be bigger, but the jar is still the same. That's not me.
Right.
Okay, so, all right. So there was a good thing in this and that I pulled out and I said, I'm done. I caught the licensee in a situation that was compromising towards them because I had IP and my intellectual property. I caught them where they were sharing it with someone else. I flew into Philadelphia to my attorney, did a cease and desist. Not an official cease and desist, but pretty much, what the hell are you doing? They were like, what? And, they played the game and whatever, and then I was just like, yeah, I think that there was something about sharing it with someone who does MLMs.
Oh, I see.
So it was going to be off the radar.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and if you know anything about me, you know that I am so anti-MLMs that I can become violent. So, again, we look at the good in that. And the good is that I didn't stay in retail. Despite the margins, despite the insults and the humiliation and all of that, I didn't. And you know why? It was good because the big boys, when you build the brand, oh, and by the way, when you go into these retailers, you are required to drive traffic to them. So you better prove to them that you are paying bank in retail, like in money of advertising, because Walmart and all of those stores want to know, what are you doing for me to drive traffic to the store? So you have to prove to them, these are our network sheets, this is where we're advertising, and that's how you see those commercials that say, in the beginning, this product only available now here if you call, but then they transfer into now available in stores near you with the listing. That's you showing good faith effort. Oh dear God, Walmart, thank you so much for being almighty and allowing me, a little tadpole, into this space. So that's your way of doing that. And how is their way, after 4 or 5 years of of you doing your time, you know, working in a street fair, getting the loyal customer base that all I have to do is send them an email and they're all rushing to the stores wanting to buy. I've done my part. We had a national television commercial airing, major networks. We proved. Had my product continued, and I'm saying this very humbly, forgive me, my product is good. I'm blessed. Had it continued, how would Walmart and CVS, Costco, all the big boys, how would they thank me? The Shakespearean way. Flattery is by copying you.
Yeah, that's what.
Isn't that what they do? Flattery is the highest form of, you know, complimenting you. So this is exactly what they do. So Vaseline, cocoa butter, yada yada, $3.48, 97 cents. Okay, oil of Olay. Look at the coloring. Look at that splash of the shea butter. $7.47, $4.97. But wait, there's more. I am going to write a book with that. But wait, there's more. Visine, $3.24, 97 cents. Alka-Seltzer gummy bears for antacid, $8.88, $4.78. You've seen this.
Is that like for their own store branding, right? They
Yes,
make their own product.
Equate is that. So you have Kirkland Signature, you have CVS, you have all of those. So after you did it. You lived the American dream. You killed yourself to get in. I don't care whether it's through Shark Tank. You gave away 30% of your company. And then on top of that, you did everything and all of that. And then in the end, what's going to happen? The copycats are going to be there. We go to the Chicago International Houseware Show, and I have the most amazing moment in time where I have front row center. The innovators are doing all their business pitch on the stage. And there's a man who's definitely fresh off the boat from China. You can tell by the hat, by the glasses, by the note-taking, you know, and he brings his own food, and he's eating, and he's watching, and he's taking notes. It's that instantaneous. And this is the Chicago International Houseware Show, where that is the place where you want to get discovered. That's the place. Chicago International Houseware Show, first week of March. So here's another story. My husband created this electronics plug charger, and he did all of this differently because he learned from my mistakes. Okay, he did a Kickstarter program, crowdsourced. How many of you understand that? Because I will tell you what it is. Okay, okay.
Crowdsourced is.
Okay, so another way to get into retail. Should that be your dream? Because you're going to be smarter than me. You're not going to make the same mistakes. You're not going to relinquish control. You are going to make sure that you do hold on to your brand and control it, and you're going to figure out the M.S.R.P. You're not going to give large quantities to the big boys. You're going to give them small quantities and test them. See where they're selling it. Because if you need to relinquish their rights of selling your product, the damage is small. Mm-hmm. Right. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I get offers all the time, you know, these Canadian distributors, Canadians, they want my product. And they're like, you know, we will get it all over and whatever. And I'm like, no, if we do, I'm good with sending you 10 or a dozen. Like, no, we want a mass quantity. And I'm like, no, let's test it out for a while. I've got an offer for 150,000 units right now to go into Dubai. And I'm like, not feeling it. Like, I want, you know, smaller amounts. How can I control the Middle East? Yeah. And I'm from there. Okay. So real quick, so my husband, he created a little charger plug. It's like this, triangular. He's Egyptian. You can take the boy out of Egypt, but you can't take Egypt out of the boy. So it's really cute. It's called Charlie, Connect Charlie. So he did a Kickstarter program where you crowdsource. You create this advertising platform of people that love new products, new innovation, new hair extensions, new shampoos, new something new and different. There is a whole obsessed cult of I'm the first one to get my hands on this brand new mouse. And all of the gadgets and gadgets of the world, people love that too. So you do a Kickstarter, not GoFundMe. It's like a GoFundMe, but there's other programs that are out there. We happened to do Kickstarter because it was one of the biggest ones. We set our goal to be like $20-something thousand. We met it. And that's where you send it out to all your relatives and your friends. The beauty of this is that they're not investing in you. just because you're cute. You're giving them the product. But you're getting their money first so that you can create the product and you can go into manufacturing. Okay? So he did that. As soon as he succeeded inside the Kickstarter program, Amazon Launchpad picked him up. That's not the same as you going and selling on Amazon. This is Amazon finding new innovators, and they're like, yeah, that's a cool product. They advertise it. So now my customer is Amazon. They're purchasing large quantities from me.
Do they advertise it for free?
Yes.
Yeah, because
Yes.
they want the product.
They want the product.
They look for something new.
So he was able to do it in a different way. So if you have an innovative product, crowdsourcing is a fabulous way to get in, at least to get you over the hump of that first stage of prototyping, manufacturing, getting all the labels and all of that. If you're too far gone in the process, Kickstarter doesn't want you. They want you still virgin, prototyping, figuring it out, and all of that. And the people that invest in Kickstarters are so merciful. They don't, like they're like, oh, she didn't perform on time. You give them a delay, they'll be good. So anyway, so he did that. He got on Amazon Launchpad, and then we went to the Chicago International Houseware Show, where he presented as an innovator. So you have 2 years to present as an innovator, bless you. And as such, all the biggest names of all the buyers that first morning of that trade show, they come in. Bada boom, bada bing, right then and there, it happens. Our first account that morning, Sharper Image. That was sexy. Although, let me tell you, the gentleman's name, well, I don't want to say his name. He came in and whatever, and it was so funny because as we were getting in there, I told my husband, I'm like, wouldn't it be great if you could get into like a prestigious tech store, like Sharper Image? So I said it again, like I'm a witch. I can say things and then they come true. and then he shows up. And I'm like, oh my God, we just talked about you. We just said the Sharper Image would be our dream client. Wow. And he was just like, wow. And so we took his email. That night we went to the hotel. I'm like, honey, let's take a picture of us toasting with Nick, his name, with his business card, and that we're toasting to Nick. And we sent it to him on the spot. And we're like, Nick, we're toasting to you because you were our first client, and and all of that. That touchy-feely now transferred into your wholesale corporate retail accounts. And that's what it takes. It's not hard to get into retail. So that's where to go. Also at that show, this is where the vultures of QVC and HSN, and then the other one, Evine or something, that's where they're at. And that's where they are looking for a new product that they can say, oh, this is new, this is different. You look like you would be a good host, as the innovator. You look, and so, I can get you into HSN. I can get you into QVC. But be careful. Those are brokers. Those are the people that also sell on the show, and they get a cut and they get a commission and, all of that. So out of luck, my husband got directly the actual buyers from QVC and HSN. So he bypassed those brokers, which I'm not putting it down. I'm just saying that they also can help you if you don't want to deal with it. For us to get into HSN for his product was so difficult. And then we had to attend a training class in Florida, yay. But, so we did. And then he got Bed Bath & Beyond. But he got in directly with the buyers at that show, at the Chicago International Houseware Show, okay? So I want to share another moment in time with you.
For all you entrepreneurs out there that are saying, I can't do anything with my product, I can't launch without seed capital, I need a shark. No, you don't. There are ways to get into mass retail in the United States, have the American dream, just like me. I got ELAJ into Bed Bath & Beyond and every Walmart nationwide and hundreds of other stores. And who's that? That's Adam, my husband. He got his product, Charlie, into retail, and he did it completely different than I did. We both have an incredible story, and we're here to tell you and share with you how we got our products in.
Never give up.
With zero money
Yes.
from our own.
Never
Other
give
than
up.
this, and a lot of sweat, blood, and tears,
Yeah.
but we did it. So
Work hard
you
for it.
can too.
Okay, so how many husband and wife teams do you know that got their product within 10 feet of each other in mass retail? Not college educated. I'm a Syrian refugee. He's Egyptian.
That's awesome.
Okay? So that's what I'm saying is that, like, yes, the dream big, but please dream specifically. Okay? So now let us switch. Okay, so did I open you up to the retail space like painfully well? Okay, so beyond that, so take control. You can get into retail space. The attorneys are the way to get in. The attorneys will help you get the patents and the intellectual property protected as well. And if you're ever going to partner with anybody, partner with an attorney. Because then they're doing all the legwork, all the protection. Now, I want to export to the rest of the world, and I'm scared because I don't have my intellectual property registered there. Had I partnered with an attorney, they would be doing all of that. So that's long-term thinking as well. Okay, so you understand retail space. You can get in crowdsourcing, licensing, direct relationships. Go to the Chicago International Houseware Show, bite the bullet, pay the $2,500 for that innovation booth. You are the creator, you are the inventor, prove it. They give you the booth. Thereafter, you get the best buyers on the spot, 9 a.m. in the morning. The doors open. Walmart, Bed Bath & Beyond, Sharper Image, QVC, HSN, they're all there. Now you have choices on how to get into retail. Real quick about HSN and QVC, they are retailers. So it's not a matter of you get on and you are selling your product. No, your customer's HSN. They send you a purchase order for 10,000 units. You ship to HSN, which is now QVC. QVC bought them. So QVC, you ship to QVC. They have it in their warehouse. You air, because they're going to give you the 2:30 morning slot for the first few times just to test you out. If your product doesn't sell, they're going to lower the price. So my husband's going through that right now and working through that. So just so you know, like, you're not really totally safe in that retail space out there. Like, you have to maintain control and go in there eyes wide open. Okay, as far as e-commerce is concerned, can I make this as simple as possible? And if you want, just give me your email addresses and I will send you the whole presentation so that you can like put my voice back into it and you can see, because I really am proud of the presentation. So make this as easy as possible. Open an online store via Shopify. Don't do the other ones like WordPress and all the complicated ones. Do it with Shopify. It's $27 a month. You can do it. It's that easy. Because I can do it, and I know, okay? Start a blog or a video log, okay? You could be talking about shampoo. You could be talking about hair health, scalp health. It can be that one specific niche. I am the expert on topical steroids, bar none right now, and when it comes to eczema and skin problems.
Quick question. What's the difference between Shopify and like big cartels? Like,
I don't know Big Cartel. I'm just saying that Shopify is one of the biggest platforms out there that is so easy, good, convenient, and they have all the plugins and all the apps. So good to use. Like all the big experts, they also say that too. So, okay. So start a blog vlog. And I know that's legwork, but if you are the expert in your niche, in your field, just start the blog. And I learned this the hard way, okay? When I did my licensing, they told me, "Oh my God, Suhein, you have so much information about, skincare and all this other stuff. Start a blog." So I was like, okay. So I just started writing, which I love, but I did a crappy job on these particular articles because they gave me the subjects. When to tell the guy you're dating that you have eczema. Like, very silly level. Like, I'm more academic nerdy. They wanted me to like dumb it down, so I did. Okay. And then when I was going through the licensing, rescission, and I'm pulling my product out and I was chewing ice, I stopped blogging, okay? And then I'll tell you what happens later. Get affiliates, okay? Now, 2 important game changers from 2019 and hereafter. Affiliates are people that blog, that have websites, that have nothing better to do in their life except grow their blogs. What they do is they get permission from you to take your little ad, put it on their website. If someone clicks on that and goes either to your website or to Amazon or to Home Depot or whatever to purchase that product, that affiliate gets a percentage. The beauty of this is it's not out of pocket for you, it's after the fact. So go hard and heavy on the affiliates now. Start, because you alone cannot do your own search engine optimization. You cannot get enough traffic to your website. These guys, they do nothing in their life except drive traffic to their websites. So get affiliates now. And there are so many places to do that. Amazon has affiliates within as well. Okay, so you could do them within Amazon and then outside. Okay, get influencers. You know the game. I don't need to go into that very heavy. So influencers, the cheaper ones, the ones with less followers, do not underestimate them. Do not fall into the trap of thinking, you know, you only need ones that have 100,000 subscribers. You can go with the younger starters and they'll put more effort into you.
Also, you can check engagement.
Yes.
For instance, if you have 10 likes on a post and you have 100 followers, you got 10%. If you have 10 likes on 1 million followers, you have
fake. Yeah, you have a fake account basically. Yes. Okay.
So a question real quick on the influencers. How do we pay that? I know
Those are up front.
those are up front.
Those are up front. Okay. And there are actual brokerage firms that all the influencers list. And you, as an owner, can actually, hi, welcome. You can actually decide, oh, this one has this many followers, this is their niche, she's a mommy, she's a, you know, a sports blogger, la 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 la. Okay, so you can choose and pick, and that's where they all post their resumes and all their media, and you can stalk them and see. Okay.
Where did they post it?
I'm sorry.
You said where did they post it?
There are firms that they are the central headquarters where you can find influencers to hire.
Oh, okay.
So from the starters to the big ones. Email me and I'll send you the different ones that I've used, okay? And then the name of the game, you guys, please, please, please pay attention right now. So you created your website on Shopify. It's your typical classic format. It's the horizontal. You've got your home, your about, your products, your contacts, us. That's your classical format. You probably are not going to make a lot of money off of that. That's your typical information headquarters, okay? Your blog and vlog is going to feed that. That's where you're going to get the information. Remember when I started writing stupid dumbed down articles and then I went back a year later and I wanted to clean up my social media image and whatever? I went to go close it and I'm like, what? I got 28,000 views in 1 month and they were reading my articles. And I hadn't even posted anything in a year. I'm like, I can't close this. I have to start up again and have that feed into my website. Duh, how could I have not done that? Okay? Okay, so this is the gold mine, gold mine, gold mine. Please, please, please stay with me here. Landing pages. Does anyone know what a landing page is? This is so exciting and new, it's incredible. Okay, so you could go and get your product licensed and have them take 93% of your money, or you could set up a landing page. Because what did the licensing company do? Effectively, they created an infomercial. Created the demand in order for me to get into retail. Yes, props, give them credit for that. However, now the name of the game is landing pages. So a landing page is different, and you've been on them. So you're on Facebook, you're cruising, and then something pops up and it's so weird and random, and it's like this, don't eat bananas, you know, or something weird, like to trigger you, okay? And then you click on it, and then all of a sudden, you get sucked into this funnel of information. But wait, there's more. If you buy now, this is the thing, it's gonna change your life, it's gonna do this, and la la la. And like, you can't get out of this thing, and it's mesmerizing. The way it's written is incredible. And if you purchase now, you're gonna get us this, and this offer is never gonna be available again. So now what they've created are vertical websites, not the horizontal. And like when you get sucked in, the biggest one that creates them is called ClickFunnels. You click, And the percentage of return on the investment on that is mind-blowingly exponential. So the people that employ ClickFunnels or landing pages now are the, I don't even know how to say this. You can't pay them enough. And they're asking a lot. So if you find somebody, and like what I would do is I would go to Facebook and go into the private groups of ClickFunnels, and the people that are creating ClickFunnels are all in there. And they're looking for you in order to create ClickFunnels for you. They get to know your product, you give them your assets, your testimonials, your videos, your before and afters, your case studies and all of that, you give them. They dress it up. They create this web page, but this landing page bounces back into your Shopify website. So now all your e-commerce is organized from Shopify. And that's what I love. Accounting, everything is beautiful through Shopify. But these landing pages, they land on them, they funnel through, they purchase. And the way to do it, offer something cheap and free. You know, free, just pay for shipping. Okay? So again, e-commerce, how to start this. Because like you can do this in 1 year, 2019, you can start. Start the online store on Shopify. Start a blog or vlog of your specialty niche. Beyond that, get affiliates. You pay them after they send you the sale. Even within Shopify, there is a program that you can find the affiliates within Shopify as well. Okay? You get influencers, those are the ones you have to pay up front. Okay? And then you create the landing pages, or you hire someone to do the landing pages. Okay, I lost 3 months thinking that I can do it. Don't. Okay, going back to the simplistic aspect of business growth, get testimonials. When I signed on with a big licensee company, I handed over to them one of the biggest thumb drives they've ever seen, as big as a memory of a computer, and they were like, how did you do this? I'm like, 10 years working in a street fair, baby. I did it. So I grew my tribe. Your email database is gold. I can't tell you how much. And then most importantly, create original content and feed them constantly. Your newsletters, whatever, like, you know, extract new content. You can hire writers for $5 to write a 300-word article on Fiverr. Fiverr is the best resource for you to get all the dirty work, the graphics, all of that stuff done. Fiverr, 5 with another R at the end. Fiverr.com. There you will find graphic designers for $5. You will find everybody to do things for you like crazy. Okay? So, real quick, Amazon. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Amazon is a cruel, cruel place because with Amazon, they can shut you down for no reason. Your competition could write bad reviews. Okay? And in the event that you do go into retail, somebody liquidates you, you end up at Burlington Coat Factory for $3.99. Okay? Some smarty, Sandra D, is going to go pick that product up, post it on her store, and sell it for $6.99. You cannot even compete with your own product. 2 years I didn't have income as a result of the third-party resellers that picked up ELAJ at the dollar stores. So I was issuing all of these fake poker bluffs like cease and desist and okay? Okay, real quick, Amazon, there's 2 ways to do it. Amazon FBA, fulfilled by Amazon, or you ship directly to the customer. A customer by Amazon is not your customer. A customer by Amazon is Amazon's customer. Don't you dare try to touch them. But I'm touchy-feely with my customers. No. They're Amazon's. Don't you dare. So what do? You ship them the product with a 10-foot pole. So I decided, and if you do FBA, Amazon rewards you. If you don't do FBA, you get penalized. And I'm paying more on shipping. It would be cheaper for me to do FBA. Why am I not doing FBA? Why am I shipping directly to my customer? I have at least their shipping address. God forbid anything happens, Amazon's like, nope, bye, Suhein.
Send out a nice.
And I can send them coupons all day long thereafter because I'm not going to lose them, my customers. Okay? So that's what I'm talking about. So it's all about my tribe. Okay, so when you go onto Amazon and eBay, please remember this. Do not go in as a store. You're setting up your store on Amazon. You are the brand. You are the owner. So you do have to get your trademarks. You have to prove to them, even if you don't have trademarks, you have to prove to them you created this product. They will want to see your invoices within the last quarter that you manufactured, you got ingredients. They will want to see that. That's how obsessed Amazon is, that if you are the owner, you are the brand, you are glorious. They respect you a little more, okay? So don't make the mistake of going in as a seller. And you are qualified for enhanced brand advertisements as the brand on Amazon. This was the Kickstarter that we did. Oh, here's another trick. So when my husband launched Charlie, we went to a pre-Emmys party in 2016. Best investment ever, because that was the hub of all of the actors and B actors and stuff like that, okay? So apparently what happens is that these pre-Emmy parties, all of these actors and actresses, they sign up, they sign a release that you can take pictures with them, they can hold your product, and they can't come after you later for royalties, okay? So we exhibit at the show. There's a private party, and we are exhibitors there. So all of these actors and actresses come when all the paparazzi's trailing them, and they come in, and we give them free product. And then we take pictures with all of them. And then it's a hashtag frenzy. And we got so many influencers in that. That cost us $2,500. But how many influencers did we get? 0 thereafter. Because this guy, who's that, Nick? Somebody famous?
No, I don't see.
Oh, I don't know.
So famous people, and we were hashtagging and forwarding and sharing and back and forth and whatever. It was a buffet. How brilliant was that? Okay. So, Chicago International Houseware Show, innovators. There's 2 rows of innovators. You want to get the innovator section because that's where the first place everybody goes to. So real quick, I am writing a book called I'm not sure if I can do this, but so I said the crazy stories of Mr. and Mrs. Entrepreneur, but it's really the batshit crazy stories of Mr. and Mrs. Entrepreneur. Can I get a vote of should I include the batshit or not?
I feel like you should include that shit.
Really? Because I'm pretty classy and conservative, so it's kind of I'm, that's pushing me over the edge of being like that. Because should it be?
I feel like it needs to be that edgy.
Because we are batshit.
Everybody is getting so
Yeah, vulgar.
Yeah, it's kind of.
It's a grown-up word. It's not.
I know. I raised 2 ladies, and so this is going to be really hard for me. Real quick, I was at a seminar. I belong to the U.S. Commercial Office with the SBA. They've been my mentors from the beginning. They've been proud of me. They've been ashamed of me. Now I'm a public speaker for them because, as you can see, I'm buck naked, with what I've been through. And if it helps you, and then you come buy me a mango mojito in 10 years, that's what it's all about, right? So I was at a class, and it was how reach global customers through e-commerce. So it's not just e-commerce here in the United States. And this is a tricky thing that I learned, is that e-commerce abroad is actually easier than e-commerce here in the United States because there's so much competition. So I was in this class, and it was fabulous. And I'm telling you, go to your resource of U.S. Commercial Office because they will do everything for you. They will help you to go to their classes, go to their resources and seminars. You'll see me there, and then they will guide you. I took a tour of the LA port and learning how to export. A cruise, luncheon, fabulous. It was amazing. And they're all over. So when I was negotiating my contract with Jordan and Dubai in order for them to, for me to export there, they have field offices in so many different countries. They interviewed that person, pre-screened them, qualified them for me on a business level. They got all their accounting, they got all their books, they did all due diligence for me not to waste my time, get on a plane and go over there and meet with them. Partners, and it's U.S. commercial office. Isn't that sexy?
Yeah. Is that a .com or is that an actual?
It's just part of the U.S. commercial office. And so wherever you are, they have local offices in order to help you and be at service for you. Why? They want to grow the GDP, gross domestic product. So you are their client. Whatever you need, they are at your service. They are at the Cosmo Prof show. They usually are here at PBA. I haven't seen them, but they usually are. Oh, real quick. So there I was at this seminar at the U.S. commercial office. And I'm not really paying attention that much because I'm like in that resuscitation of my company mode, And here I am, I'm like e-commerce, website, and I'm like making my brain map of, how I'm going to dictate my time and everything. Right here at the very, very bottom, this is the letterhead of the hotel that it was at in Costa Mesa, Avenue of the Arts. Strangely enough, do you have good eyes?
Stay independent.
Stay independent.
Stay independent. It was on the letterhead of the boutique hotel. So here I am, all of these speakers, and I'm trying to figure things out. And right there at the bottom, it said, stay independent. Wow. So, for all the, so I swear to you, this weekend I was at the street fair, I was working. Every single time I am there, people are like, oh, this is great, la 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 la. It's like, you really should go on Shark Tank.
When is the street fair that you go?
Saturday, Sundays.
Where?
On Monterey. It's in Palm Springs, in Palm Desert.
Oh.
I live in Orange County. I drive 2 hours every weekend to go to that street fair because that demographic is unbelievable. High-end, wealthy, older snowbirds.
That's why you have so many Canadians.
Yeah, Canadian.
Love my Canadians.
Yeah.
So the name of the game, let's recap real quick. So the number one thing is if you decide to go into retail, choose your retailer, develop the touchy-feely with them. You guys are so lucky because you're in the salon sector. You can really control these retailers and build that trust with them. Like, look, if you're going to sell it for this much, I need you to give me your word. I'm going to be consistent. I'm not going to sabotage you, the retailer. I'm not going to post the online price less than this. So if you respect it, I'll respect it. So let's stay on that same level. And people are just like, that is wonderful. Believe it or not, the retailers want to hear that because they've been sabotaged so much. They'll make space for you and then you will sabotage them. And they get upset. Vice versa. You create that. Protect yourself from the third-party vultures that want to come in, buy liquidated product that has been destroyed in terms of your brand and your pricing, and they will strip it, take it, post it on Amazon and eBay. Every day I check and I see and I, send out, obnoxious letters like, ah. So that is that. As far as e-commerce is concerned, I gave you the 5 most important things for you to really hold on to. Shopify, affiliates, Instagram, build your blog vlog because that will drive insane amounts of traffic. The written word is still the most powerful thing according to Google. Oh my God, Google. I have a story to tell you. Okay, so we go to the Consumer Electronics Show to show Charlie, my husband's product. Okay, and I go to this class, and who's hosting it? Google. This was about 4 years ago, okay? And it was weird because they were talking about the future and, la, la, la. And then they said, how many of you are manufacturers? And we're like, yeah. And the class was for manufacturers. And they were talking in code. It was really weird. And they said, if you are a manufacturer, we are opening up a platform just for you. And in this platform, you have an unlimited amount of space to showcase your products. You can put videos, long form, short form, commercials, every angle of anything you could want of your products for free. This is almighty Google telling me I can have unlimited talk time? Come to mama, Google. And they kept speaking in tongue and code. And then they were like, you know, we really want to honor the manufacturers. No one's given them a platform before directly. We want to be that. It took me about a month or two to really understand that class. Guess what they were doing? Google is the biggest search engine. The second biggest search engine for purchasing, when you're serious and you want to buy something, you go to Amazon. So Amazon is becoming a bigger search engine and eating up into Google. But what is Amazon saturated with? Schmucks. The third-party resellers that took my product out of liquidation and hosted it and put it onto their stores in Amazon. Amazon is filled with counterfeiters. So Google wants to take the high road. They want you, the manufacturer, to have your own website within Google.
Sell direct.
And so, as this new millennial generation comes up, what do they love? They love the touchy-feely, I know the owner. They like that relationship. They hate corporate, they hate everything on the big level. They want boutique-y, small, mommy-poppy. I'm mommy-poppy, come to mommy-poppy. Right? So now, Google sees the opportunity to host all of us manufacturers directly. As a consumer, wouldn't you trust purchasing from me directly rather than easybuy.com on Amazon? So you see how now Google is coming up. And so they are going to take us to another level of being able to showcase us in the most extraordinary way. And now I can build my platform, and now it's called Google Manufacturer. So you register on Google Manufacturer. And it's true, it's unlimited. I can give them my whole thumb drive of ELAJ assets, and they haven't said no yet. And now Google Manufacturer transfers into Google Shopping. And Google's not taking a commission off of sales. You're welcome.
All right, thank you.
Isn't that phenomenal? Google, come to mama. Okay, so on a personal note, we came to America like in the 1972, 73 range after being in a camp in Germany. We did not know English. We didn't know the system. We didn't have $200. We didn't have handouts. We didn't have any of that. And we made it. And you can see, like, you know, whether it's me, whether it's my husband, we did it. You're American. You are American. You have no excuse. Okay, I had a stuttering problem. I had a speech difficulty. I had visual problems. You know, like, we had so much to overcome. So are you gonna buy me a mango mojito in 10 years?
Yes.
Okay. So real quick, so I thought the land of opportunity was only here in America because we were so lucky and whatnot. And then this picture comes across the internet, and it's a Syrian girl, and my dream is to find her and to see. But this to me is, she's me. That's me. That's my twin. And I want to find her so badly. But look, is that not the land of opportunity? In Syria, in war-torn, in the most horrific conditions. She's my hero. I invite you to be my hero. In the worst of circumstances, in the worst of economies, in the worst of conditions. Okay?
I I just listened to a presentation by Suhein, and it was really incredible, super informative, and she's so real and genuine, and made me feel like it's really possible to become a manufacturer and do this. It's really inspiring. Thank you.
I have learned so much about marketing and retail and e-commerce. I can't wait to go through with the plan and reach out to her, because she has left herself open for us to extend to her and show our journey, and she will help us through it. Thank you very much.
Suhein was absolutely amazing, so very transparent. All of the information that she gave us, she was so genuine about her delivery that she wants all of us to win. Cannot wait to buy her mojito.